Today we will discuss about the short circuit test and open circuit test on single phase transformer. So if you go for the circuit diagram, you can see that the phase terminal is being connected to the auto transformer. So this is an auto transformer. Neutral is connected to the other terminal of the auto transformer, and from the auto transformer output you can see that one is connected to the ammeter common, the other terminal is being connected to the voltmeter common terminal. So from the voltmeter another connection is given to the neutral, and from the ammeter terminal it is being connected to the wattmeter. So this is the representation of wattmeter. So ML indicates the current coil, whereas CV indicates the potential. So you can see that M and C should be shorted. From the L it is being connected to the transformer LV side, and from the other terminal it is being fed back to the neutral point. So in case of short circuit test, LV side is being connected to the supply, whereas HV side is left open. So the reason behind it is, in case of open circuit test, we can't connect the HV side to the supply and leave the LV side open, because in practically for power transformers, if you consider nearly 11 kilovolt, suppose if you consider the 11 kilovolt onto the supply side, so if you apply the rated voltage, so the current drawn will be more. So when you are connecting HV side onto the supply, so in case of open circuit test, as we are applying the rated voltage, so 11 kilovolt will be applied onto the transformer. So the measuring instruments which is used to measure the high voltage will be a bit difficult when compared to that of the low voltage. That is the reason we are applying rated voltage onto the LV side and HV side is left open. But for low rating of transformers, you can connect HV side onto the supply or LV side left open in case of open circuit test. So the purpose of conducting this open circuit test is to measure the core losses of the transformer. So if you see the circuit diagram, the purpose of using this auto transformer is in order to apply the rated voltage gradually onto the transformer, we are using this auto transformer. So suppose if you remove this auto transformer and apply the voltage directly, so in case of small ratings there will be no problem, but suppose for high power ratings, if you apply 11 kV or 220 kV directly connected to the supply side, it is a little bit difficult. So that is the reason we are using an auto transformer in between the supply and the transformer, so that gradually we can apply the rated voltage onto the transformer. So coming to the nameplate details, you can see that the capacity is 2 kVA. On the LV side the voltage is 220. On the HV side you can see that there are tappings 0, 220, 380 and 440. So we are considering the 440 volts as HV and 220 volts as LV. So you can calculate the current in order to fix the meters ratings. So you can calculate the current. The current is nothing but, as it is 2 kVA capacity, so 2000. On the LV side the voltage is 220, on the HV side it is 440. So the current rating is 2000 by 220, so you are going to get nearly 9.09 amperes. As the test is being performed on open circuiting the high voltage side, so here the current which is being applied onto the transformer is nothing but 5% of the rated current. So your rated current is 9.09. So 5% of 9.09 is 0.45. It is very, very low. So the rating of the meter is nothing but, you can consider it is 0 to 1 amp or 0 to 2 amps. So as it is an AC, you are applying AC supply. Transformer is an AC machine, so the meter which is being required is moving iron. Then as the voltage on the low voltage side is 220, so the meter which is to be selected as voltmeter is, the rating will be 0 to 300 volts. So if you see to measure the power, the wattmeter which is to be selected is, here the voltage is 300, current is 2 amps. So the wattmeter rating is 300 volts, 2 amps, and low power factor is being considered. So because the reason is, here we are not applying any load. So under open circuit conditions, the power factor is very low. That is the reason you can select as low power factor. To the circuit diagram connections, you can see that from phase terminal it is being given to the auto transformer. So auto transformer, two input terminals are being connected to phase and neutral. So you can observe that L1, L2, L3 indicates the phases. So L1 is being connected to the input terminal of the auto transformer. Similarly, the neutral point is being connected to the neutral of the input of the auto transformer. So one phase terminal and neutral is being connected to the auto transformer input. Similarly, from the output you can observe that in the circuit diagram, two terminals, one is the common terminal of ammeter is connected to the auto transformer, the other is common terminal of voltmeter is connected to the auto transformer. You can observe that from the output phase terminal, one is connected to the voltmeter common terminal. Similarly, the other is being connected to the ammeter common terminal. Then the voltmeter other terminal is being fed back to the output neutral terminal. Here you can observe that other terminal of the voltmeter is being connected to the auto transformer neutral point. Similarly, ammeter second terminal is being connected to the wattmeter M. In the circuit you can observe that M and C is being shorted up. So here also M and C is being shorted up. L terminal is being connected to the transformer, and from the transformer it is being fed back to the auto transformer neutral point. And you can also see that the voltage terminal V is being connected to the auto transformer neutral. So here if you see the transformer HV side, it is left open. So this is how the circuit connections are to be made. And one more thing we have to note down is the multiplication factor of the wattmeter. So if you see that here the connections are being made from B1 to E2 and B2 to E1, which indicates that rated current is being fed to the wattmeter, that is nothing but here 2 amperes. So you can see that the full scale deflection is 25 and the voltage which we have connected is 250. So here the power factor, if you observe that, it is 0.2. So we know that multiplication factor is nothing but Vi cos psi by full scale deflection. So voltage is 250, current is 2 amps, power factor is 0.2 divided by full scale deflection is 25. You can observe that full scale deflection is 25, which indicates that multiplication factor is 4. And now switch on the circuit, and by using the auto transformer gradually apply the rated voltage. So as the scale division, if you observe, it is for 150, so it has to be multiplied by 2 because the connection is given for 300 here, if you observe. So in order to get 220, suppose if you get here 110 multiplied with 2 will be 220. So vary the auto transformer in such a way that the voltmeter indicates the rated voltage. So check it without parallax error. So the voltmeter is indicating 110 volts. So 110 multiplied with 2, as it is being connected to 300. So gives you the rated voltage 220. Similarly, if you see the current, So current here it is 0.3, as we have given connection for 2 amperes. So 0.3 into 2, it is 0.6. Similarly, if you see the power rating, so it is 14.4, 14.8, 15.2. So 15.2 into 4 will give you the power. So this wattmeter reading is nothing but representing the core losses of the transformer under open circuit condition. So voltage is 220, current 0.3 into 2, it is 0.6, power is 15.2 into 4. So this is how the meter readings are to be noted down. So the wattmeter reading here indicates the core losses which are being obtained on open circuit condition. Now let us discuss the short circuit test on single phase transformer. So if you see the circuit diagram, so the phase and neutral terminals of the supply is being given to the booster transformer input terminals. Right. So then from the output we are connecting, similar to that of the OC test, the common terminals of ammeter, voltmeter are being connected to the output of the booster transformer. Similarly, the other terminal of the voltmeter is fed back to the other terminal of the booster transformer. From the other end of the ammeter, the other terminal of the ammeter is being connected to the M terminal of the wattmeter. M and C is being short circuited once again. From the L terminal, it is being connected to the high voltage side, 0 terminal of the high voltage side, and from the rated value, that is 440, it is being fed back to the auto transformer. So you can see that LV side, low voltage side, is being short circuited by means of a wire, and in case of short circuit test, rated current is being applied onto the HV side. So here in case of open circuit test, we have seen that auto transformer is used for gradual to apply the rated voltage. We are using an auto transformer to apply gradually the voltage onto the transformer, but here we are considering a booster transformer. So booster acts as an isolation transformer, so that whatever the changes that occur in the flow of power from the input side, it doesn't reflect any effect on the load side. So that is the reason we are using a booster transformer which is acting as an isolation transformer. In case of open circuit test, there is no requirement of isolation, so that is the reason we are using an auto transformer. So auto transformer is not an isolation transformer. Here if you see the transformer ratings, it is 2 kVA, and low voltage side it is 220 volts, whereas the high voltage side you can observe that it is 440 volts. So to calculate the rated current, in case of short circuit test, we are applying the rated current. So if you see the current, it is nothing but capacity by voltage. So 2000 by 440, it is nothing but 4.54. So this current has to be applied by using the booster transformer onto the HV side. Whereas if you consider the low voltage side, it is being short circuited, whereas the voltage which is being applied to the voltmeter is nothing but, if you see that 10% of the rated voltage has to be applied. So you know that as the voltage on the HV side, so the approximate voltage which is being applied is 10% of the rated voltage. So the rated voltage is on the HV side, it is 440, on the LV side it is 220. 10% of the rated voltage is nearly 44. Right. So the nameplate details has to be, from the nameplate details we have to fix the meter ratings. So as the current is 4.54, so we are considering the ammeter rating as 0 to 5 amps. As the supply is AC, as a transformer is an AC machine, so all the meters are nothing but moving iron type. So as the voltage applied is approximately 10% of the rated voltage, it is nearly 44. So the meter rating is 0 to 60 volts. So both ammeter and voltmeter, the type selected is moving iron, And if you see the wattmeter, so 60 volts, 5 amps, UPF. So it indicates that the secondary side is nothing but short circuited. So it is representing similar to that of the load. So that is the reason transformer which is being operated at loaded conditions is nothing but having a high power factor. That is the reason you are considering a unity power factor. If you go for the circuit diagram connections, so already the terminals auto transformer is being connected to the supply input. So supply input. So here if you see the output terminals of the auto booster transformer, so this is representing the phase terminal, this is representing the neutral terminal. So input is already connected to the supply, whereas from the output we are giving the connections through the meters to the transformer. So if you see the circuit diagram, the terminals of the booster transformer, so from the first terminal, two common terminals of the ammeter voltmeter are being connected. Output terminals of the booster transformer connection, if you see that from the phase terminal, one is being connected to the common of the ammeter, the other is connected to the common of the voltmeter. So here you can observe that from the phase terminal, one is being connected to the voltmeter common. You can see that. Similarly, the other is being connected to the ammeter common terminal, and the voltmeter connection, you can observe that 60 volts connection is being fed back to the neutral. Similarly, ammeter 10 amperes connection is being connected to the wattmeter M terminal. So MNC is being short circuited here, if you observe that, shorted up. And then if you observe the L terminal, so L is being connected to the transformer, 0 volts, and from 440 it is given to the neutral terminal of the booster transformer. Similarly, from the voltage terminal B, it is being connected back to the neutral terminal. So if you see that the connections here, so B1 E2 B2 E1, so if the connection is being given here in this fashion, rated current starts flowing in the meter. So you can observe that in order to calculate the multiplication factor for the wattmeter, so we know that it is nothing but Vi cos psi by full scale deflection. So voltage applied here is 125. Similarly, the current is 10 amps. If you see the full scale deflection, it is 625, and as it is a unity power factor, cos psi value is 1. So the multiplication factor obtained is 2. So now switch on the supply. So you can observe here the LV side is being shorted up in case of short circuit test. Now switch on the supply. So by turning on, gradual increase, slowly increase the current which is being applied onto the transformer, as it is being connected to 10 amps. So the rated current which you have applied can be directly measured. So it is nearly 4.5 which is to be applied. So 4.5, note down the corresponding meter readings. So as the wattmeter is not in working condition, we have replaced the wattmeter. So if you consider this wattmeter, the voltage terminal which is being connected here is 75, and if you observe here, the connections are being given to B1 E2 B2 E1, so which indicates that rated current is flowing through the circuit. So here the rated current is 10 amperes. So in order to calculate the multiplication factor, voltage is 75, so 75, current rating is 10, power factor is unity power factor, so multiplied with 1. If you observe the full scale deflection, it is 375, so 75 into 10 into 1 by 375, so it indicates that the multiplication factor is 2. Again 2. So now switch on the supply, apply the rated current by using the booster transformer. So you can see that the current rating which is to be obtained is 4.5. So for that, note down the meter readings. So you can observe that the voltmeter here indicates 24 volts and the power is 50. So if you note down the voltage, current as well as power, so voltage obtained is 24, the current rating is 4.5. So if you observe the power, you can see that it is 60 volts, 60 watts. So 60 into 2 gives you 120. So you can observe from the open circuit test, this is the open circuit values, this is the short circuit values. The power obtained in open circuit test is 60, whereas the power obtained in short circuit test is 120, which represents it is actually double the value obtained under open circuit test. So under short circuit condition, the wattmeter indicates the copper losses which are being obtained for the transformer. So if you see the tabular forms, you can observe these are the readings which are being given for sample calculations, and the open circuit voltage is 220 and the current obtained under open circuit condition is 0.35. Power obtained is 42 watts. In case of short circuit test, the current VSC which is being obtained is 19.6, rated current is 4.5, whereas the power measured under short circuit condition is 90 watts. Previously the readings which we have shown is by conducting it experimentally, what are the values which we have obtained, but to calculate the sample calculations, we are considering the values which are being already done by the students, and now we will share it with you in order to do the calculations. So for one value we will explain you the calculations how to do it. So the values which are being obtained under open circuit conditions are indicated with a naught terminal. V naught is 220, I naught is 0.35 and power W naught is 42 watts. So this power is nothing but representing the iron losses. So it is indicated as iron losses W naught equal to, we know that the power is nothing but Vi cos psi. So as the power obtained under open circuit test is indicated with W naught, so here the voltage currents are also indicated with V naught I naught cos psi. So we know V naught is 220, I naught is 0.35. So from which you can obtain the cos psi value, W naught by V naught I naught. So 42 by 220 into 0.35 will give you 0.545. So we have obtained the cos psi naught value. Then you can calculate sin psi naught. So cos psi naught here is representing the no load power factor. So once you obtain the cos psi naught, sin psi naught can be calculated. Then the magnetizing current as well as the working active component of the current can be calculated based on the formulas. Im equal to I naught sin psi naught, Iw equal to I naught cos psi naught. So once these Im, Iw are being obtained, you can calculate R naught and X naught. So R naught will be equal to V naught by Iw, X naught will be equal to V naught by Im. So already we know V naught is 220, Iw which is being obtained is 0.19, Im value is 0.23. So substituting these values, R naught, X naught parameters are being obtained. Similarly, on the HV side, we know that in order to calculate the resistance, it is nothing but equal to R naught into K square. So as we are measuring the parameters which are being obtained, R naught, X naught are from the LV side. So to transfer it on to the HV side, so R naught on HV side is equal to R naught on LV side multiplied with K square. So K is nothing but indicating the transformation ratio, which is equal to N2 by N1. So substituting it, we are going to get R naught on HV side, similarly X naught on HV side. So once these values are being obtained, so here you can also observe the K value, that is nothing but N2 by N1, 440 by 220.
400 or 440?
400 by 220, it is nothing but equal to 1.81. So substituting here, you are going to get R naught X naught referred to HV side. So from the SC test, we have calculated, we have obtained ISC, VSC, WSC values. So ISC is 5, VSC is 19.6, WSC is 90 watts. Then to calculate the WSC, which is being obtained as a wattmeter reading, is nothing but indicating the copper losses. So the formula for copper losses is nothing but current square multiplied with resistance. As ISC is representing the short circuit current, ISC square into R02. So here WSC can be is already known, 90. ISC is known. You can calculate the R02 value. R02 will be equal to WSC by ISC square. So R0 value is obtained as 3.6. Similarly, impedance can be obtained. We know that V is equal to IZ, which indicates that Z equal to V by I. So we know that under short circuit condition, ZSC equal to VSC by ISC. So Z in terms of it is indicated as Z02, VSC by ISC 19.6 by 5 is representing 3.92. So once you know the impedance and resistance, you can calculate the reactance. So X is nothing but equal to square root of Z square minus R square. So here ZSC minus RSC square will give you the XSC square, which is 1.55. So in order to convert the current to the no need to consider this I2 dash as well as V2. So once X is being obtained, directly you can calculate the voltage regulation based on the values. You know that the full load current is 9.09 and the voltage on the secondary side is V2 is equal to 220. So consider for 0.8 lagging power factor. So we know that the voltage regulation is I2 R02 cos psi plus or minus I2 X02 sin psi by V2. So plus is indicating for lagging power factor, minus indicates for leading power factor. So once consider for lagging as well as leading power factors, calculate the voltage regulation as well as efficiency by substituting all the values which are being obtained earlier. Right. So these are the values obtained for lagging as well as leading power factor. Then if you go for the efficiency, we know that it is nothing but X into V2 I2 cos psi by X into V2 I2 cos psi plus iron losses plus copper loss, that is nothing but X square into WSC into 100 will give you the efficiency. So X is indicating the fractional load. So we are considering the X values from 0 to 1. So considering for different values, so X is considered, it varies from 0 to 1. So consider for 1/4 load, half of the load, like that. So that is the reason if you consider X is equal to 1/4, 1/4 into V2 is 220, I2 is 9.09. So power factor is considered as 0.3. So by calculating the value, you are going to get the efficiency as 75.66. Now consider for 0.8 power factor. Similarly 0.5 power factor goes on up to 1. Similarly by changing the X value from 1/4 to 1/2 and then 1/8 and so on. So this is how the values are being obtained for efficiency by considering the X value for 1/4, half, 3/4 and 1. Similarly the power factor is considered as 0.3 initially. So X value is being varied 1/4, half, 3/4, 1 and the efficiency is being calculated. Similarly considering the power factor as 0.4 and considering for different X values. So in this fashion the tabular form is being tabulated after obtaining the values for efficiency. Similarly for regulation, initially the power factor 0.3 is considered as leading and the regulation is being obtained. So once again 0.3 lagging, once again the regulation will be calculated. Similarly for 0.4, 0.6, 0.8, 0.1, consider once for leading, calculate the value, Then for lagging, calculate the value and therefore tabulate it. So once these values are being obtained, graph is being plotted up. So this is how the graph is being obtained by considering the y-axis as efficiency and x-axis as output power. For different values of power factor, the graph is being plotted up. And this is the graph which is being obtained for regulation as well as power factor. Lagging power factor is being considered on positive x-axis and leading power factor values are being considered on negative x-axis. And if you see that this is the regulation on y-axis, so graph is being which is being obtained here is being plotted up. So here the values which are being obtained on the LV side are being transferred to the HV side. So the excitation parameters which are being obtained here are nothing but this is the R0 value and this is the X0 value. So you can see that the exciting branch R0, X0 values are being obtained. So I0 value already you know, and R equivalent, X equivalent are being obtained from the short circuit test. So here you can observe that the R0 and X0 two values. So after obtaining all the values, you can draw the equivalent circuit diagram of the transformer. So R0 value is 3.6 which is being obtained R02. Similarly X02 value is 1.55.
Right here.
Okay. So this is how we have to calculate the equivalent circuit parameters, from which you can draw the equivalent circuit diagram of an single phase transformer. And also we can calculate the efficiency as well as voltage regulation for leading as well as lagging power factor loads. So this is how we are predetermining the efficiency as well as regulation without actually applying the load on the transformer.
Thank you.
Thank you.